A little bit about the family. First of all, when you got here, you had mentioned that the kids were growing up and they actually went through the Salem school system.
Yeah, we initially got here in '83. We built a house in Derry, and the kids started out in the Derry school system. My wife taught over there. And in '94, we kind of came to the realization that I was spending all my time in Salem.
Yeah.
And my wife, kind of want to avoid being in the grocery store with students and their mothers walking through. And so we decided it was an appropriate time, and we came over to Salem. The kids were just getting into middle school, so they went into Woodbury at the time. And they were very pleased. And their transformation from Derry to Salem happened very seamlessly. My son played in sports over here, whether it was Little League, Pop Warner football. My daughter was very involved in Carleen Nazarian's dance group. And we had a good time. And being a resident of Salem, I felt a hell of a lot more available.
Your relationship to the community, what's your point of view?
Well, I think Salem had always had a very large place in its heart. And I think Rockingham over the years had a very large place in its heart for the community and those involved in the community. Charities we were very involved with over the years. There were a number of charities that were extremely helpful. The food bank, some of the churches locally would participate in the services that we held in the barn area every week. They would participate in various meals that would be provided to the grooms and let's say the lower end of the totem pole in the racing industry. Boys and Girls Club used to take on a number of the kids with the trainers and owners that would come in during the summertime. It's not appropriate for the young kids to be around the barn area, and the Boys and Girls Club used to bring a bus over and over to the Boys and Girls Club they went for the day. We had a daycare center where we could take care of some of the younger kids. But all of this was able to be accomplished because there were people here who wanted to participate, who wanted to be involved. And whether it was church services, whether it was alcohol and drug rehabilitation, whether it was daycare. There were all kinds of things that were provided to the backside help and to the employees because there were people who cared and people who wanted to participate in that. And the various events that we put on just for ourselves. We had like an intramural softball league. We had flag football leagues. We had bowling leagues. And the employees and the different stables would participate in all of this. And I think it helped to create the cohesion that everybody had to keep moving forward. And just, another thing that Rockingham did that really didn't occur in most places in the country. And here, thankfully, we had the space to do it. We had the people interested in doing it. And I think it just added to the overall experience. We started the Chamber of Commerce. Rockingham donated the use of the old sweepstakes building as their initial office, and Patty Drellick and a number of the business people in town who got together to try to get that started did a spectacular job. And at least for those early years, they didn't have the expense of the rent and the utility bills. So hopefully we had a little part in helping the Chamber of Commerce become established. The relationship with the Boys and Girls Club goes back to Lou Smith's days. The pool over at the Boys and Girls Club was done through the Smith Foundation. And hopefully we've been able to do our part over the years to help the Boys and Girls Club grow. I served, I think it was 12 or 14 years on the chamber board. I served a number of years on the Boys and Girls Club board, was involved in the Humane Society, and a number of other groups. But, you know, we were a big resource in this community. And, you know, wherever we could help in a reasonable fashion, I think that Rockingham stepped up. The owners were involved enough in the community that they wanted to help, and they reinforced the idea of people doing charitable things. So it was a great experience all the way around.